Hey, it's Chris Brown with Automotive Fleet, and I'm here with Bruce Birdsell of Hermanson Company. Bruce, welcome.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Sure. Well, let's just start out. What does Hermanson Company do?
Hermanson Company is a Northwest-based mechanical contractor. So we basically take care of all the building infrastructure in the walls and the ceiling, the stuff that nobody knows about until something breaks, and then everybody is yelling for help.
Great. Okay. Well, let's dive into a few questions here. So, Bruce, what is your fleet wild card right now? What kind of caught you off guard in 2025 and kind of keeps you guessing?
Well, right now, I think it's a pretty common thread that it's the tariffs that everybody's talking about. And so I buy primarily domestic brands, but obviously there's international content in pretty much everything these days. And so just trying to weather that storm and see where things are going to land is just the big wild card right now.
Sure. Well, leads into the next question. How are you future-proofing your operations? I mean, what are you doing today, whether it's tech, policy, or people to kind of stay ahead of the curve?
Well, a lot of it is I'm putting in some different processes in place and changing the culture of my company. I've only been there since last May, so I'm working on changing their culture there regarding the vehicles. But I have placed multiple orders with OEMs to make sure that I have stuff in the pipeline before the tariffs hit for some price protection to make sure I'm able to get things during the volatile time so that it's not going to be less impactful to my organization financially when I'm able to get these. I know that I will have a need by the time the vehicles show up, so I'm ordering ahead of time.
Okay, so planning is key in these times.
Yeah, a little bit of stockpiling.
Yeah, for sure. So talk about a small change that's made a big difference in your fleet, something that you've enacted that's really shown some ROI.
The biggest thing is, as far as the fleet in my organization, is that I have brought in an FMC. And that is something that they've only dabbled in that once before. And the company has traditionally been very Northwest Seattle area centric. And over the past couple of years, they have expanded to where we have a national presence. Consequently, the processes that were in place for supporting the fleet in the Seattle market don't work elsewhere because it was very specific to dealerships and organizations there. So I've been able to, with the FMC, make it so that we have one size fits everybody in the entire organization, no matter where they happen to be deployed at the moment.
Okay, and were you shepherding that process to get on board the FMC?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely.
Good.
I've worked with FMCs before at other organizations, so I knew the potential benefit that would be there. Sure. It was just a matter of doing all the financial analyses, the cost projections to be able to make sure that it was something that our leadership team was comfortable with.
Yeah.
And that they would go ahead and approve that, sign the contract, and then I could move forward with deployment. And I'm still in a bit of a deployment phase right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's change management at this point.
Oh, certainly. Yeah. And let me just drill down on that. I mean, just the benefits of an FMC. I mean, certainly you talk about expanding your footprint. So that's really one of the main reasons for that. But are you looking to unlock any other ROI through the FMC?
Yes, I'm looking at, especially as our fleet grows, being able to have some oversight for maintenance expenditures.
Yeah.
So with an FMC, you have them overseeing those expenses as they come in for the pricing. Make sure that everything is in line with the standard numbers for time and cost and all that.
Yeah.
But also trying to get everything in one place. In terms of my preliminary cost analyses and projections, it was very interesting trying to pull information from lots and lots of different channels to be able to compile useful, meaningful numbers. And I'm still not satisfied with what I was able to pull together, but it was enough for me to be able to get things rolling in the right direction. Now it's all going to be in a single platform to where I actually can do some analyses for EV suitability and things of that nature as we move forward. Being in the Pacific Northwest, EVs are a big hotspot still up there, so I need to be able to do an EV suitability study for our vehicles. But just having a single point of contact, a single point of interface for everything that is fleet related is huge for me.
Great. Okay, well, last question. What's your soapbox topic for fleet? What are you really passionate about?
One thing that's been on my radar for several years now, and nobody seems to have, everybody is like, oh, we haven't thought of that one before, is we talk about data security, about protecting personal information.
Yeah.
What about the information that is contained and downloaded into our vehicles?
Oh, yeah.
When you pair to a vehicle, it pulls a lot of information about you off of your mobile device into that head unit. And I was at a presentation several years ago where the presenter had actually gone to a wrecking yard, purchased a head unit out of a high-end vehicle, powered it up, and downloaded all the prior owner's information.
Yeah.
And I've talked to various insurance carriers and insurance brokers and for what their protocol is for, say a vehicle that's totaled. I lost a vehicle to Hurricane Helene in St. Petersburg last year.
Yeah.
And I never touched that vehicle again. I never saw that vehicle again. What is the process to protect my driver's information that may be contained in that vehicle?
Yeah.
And there really isn't any kind of a protocol across the industry yet. I have protocols internally when I either send vehicles to remarketing or redeploy them. But there really isn't anything out there in the general fleet industry or automotive industry to purge that information.
Yeah, there's none that I know of, and it's a really big deal for rental fleets too. And it's just a manual process. There's no easy button to kind of press and say information is gone.
Yep.
You bring up a really good point. Something we've got to drill down on more on automotive fleet.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Bruce, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me today. I appreciate it.
Great.